where they're supposed to. Very often you're going to be called upon to come up with something on the spot. The musical director, the singer that you're working with, the band, whatever, are going to be like, well, here's the song, come up with something. So what are you going to do? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to compose a part that will both stand out and fit in, because we don't want to overshadow, right? We don't want to grandstand. We don't want to, we don't want to make the whole song a guitar solo. But yet we've got to find a way to kind of fit in. I prepared something for you guys to listen to. So imagine that you walk into the session, or you go to the rehearsal, and this is what the singer and the bass player. I don't have a drum track on this. This is what they've come up with. Now check it out. Right? This is a simple chord progression. It's G to C. There's the bass line. Boom. It's octaves and fifths. And the rhythm guitar player, the singer, say he's the singer or she's a singer, is filling up a lot of space with that big strumming. So it can be hard to know, okay, well, it can kind of feel like, well, what am I supposed to do? And you're expected to come up with something that's going to sound like really cool. I'm going to kind of just lay a couple of, these aren't, I hate to say ground rules, but just some suggestions, okay, in a second. But first I need to tell you about the link below, which is LouLombardiRocks.com. If you love great guitar-driven rock, you want to hang out with other folks, we have an awesome community there, folks that are just like getting into great rock, sharing stuff, new stuff, old stuff, classic stuff, hot funk, cool punk, even if it's old junk, it's still rock and roll to me. Okay, but you can check it out there at LouLombardiRocks.com. If those of you YouTube folks out there, they're checking it out, please like, subscribe, share if you think it's cool. We want to get the word out. So anyways, back to the Practical Guitarist. So you want to play something that is going to both stand out but yet fit in. So like I said, you don't want the whole thing to be solo. So let me give you, I hate to say ground rules because there really are no rules, but just to kind of some starting points to kind of like, because sometimes you need something to kind of like tweak your brain to kind of get you thinking about it. So the two chords that the song has are G and C. Now we already know that this is already going on. We can't play that. Okay, we don't want to play that. We want to come up with something that is going to work in concert with it and sound good. So I'm going to give you a couple basic things based on those chords. Basically, what a couple approaches I'm going to be incorporating with the first few things I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to just kind of go randomly through it and just play some different ideas. I'm going to start by just basing it off of the chords. I'm going to use. As I play each part, I'm going to borrow notes from each chord so that there's a continuity between the two different things, the two different chords, as well as I'm going to concentrate on inside voicings as opposed to, because something we could really do is something like, right? You've heard that a million times, but that may not really be what the song requires. It's right now it's sounding like a kind of like low or a kind of mellow type thing. So we want to do something that reflects that and brings out the emotion. Now, the other thing that we don't, the piece of the puzzle we do not have is the melody. That is going to inform a lot. We don't know what the melody is going to be. Imagine we just don't have that yet, but you want to come up with something. So in future episodes, I will take actually songs that are out and I will show you how to come up with alternate guitar parts for them. But for now, let's say we don't have a melody yet. We don't know what it's going to be. The singer came in, I come up with this cool thing with this bass line, and we want to put something to it. So here's just going to be some ideas just based around those two chords, the G. I'm going to be playing, like I said, inside voicings, small voicings. You'll see. You'll catch on. So here we go. So that is one thing you can do. I'm going to show you something else that was just basically a small 3-note voicings at the 12th fret for these 2 chords. But how about something like this? Here we go. 1, 2. Very basic thing. I'm using the notes from the chords. Just came up with a little thing here at the 5th and 7th fret. So let's take a different position. Let's totally rethink this thing, okay? And I don't know. I'm gonna just be kind of random. Or a variation that might be. Still unhappy with that. How about this? There we are. Okay, that could be a little busy, you know. The singer might be like, "No, that's not really what I want." So you maybe you want to come up with something more mellow, something a little more laid back, something more in the pocket. Maybe that's still too busy. So let's come up with something like super like in there that is way more like complements what's being played, but is way more kind of laid back and kind of out of the way. So let's see, what could we do? So those are some different ideas that you could do on a very simple part. Basically, I was playing around with the chords, like 2 notes from the chord at a time. So the notes for the G chord are G, B, and D, and the notes for the C chord are C, E, and G. What's very convenient is both chords share the G note. So sometimes you can pedal the G and just change one note. I did that on this thing right here. So I'm pedaling the G. So the approach with this whole thing was to kind of stay out of the way, but yet do something that will complement what the rest of the musicians are doing. And this doesn't, you might go like, well, that's not really exciting, but it sounds really, really nice, especially some of those things. I'm going to do one more thing. Where I'm going to show you one more idea, and this idea is where we do the same thing over both chords. We literally play the same notes, and see if I can make this work. I was doing it earlier, and this can be a really nice effect. Again, you just want to watch that it doesn't clash with the melody. Hear that? I'm doing the same thing on both chords. Now the chord changes. And what that does is that ends up creating some chord substitutions. I don't want to talk about chord substitutions in this video. That's like too much. It goes beyond the scope of what we want to do. Anyways, I hope you liked it. If you have questions, whatever, leave comments below. Happily, if you have suggestions, other things you want to do in the practical realm of guitar playing, check, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget that our great community at LouLombardiRocks.com. There's the link below. Check it out. We'd love to have you. And there's like all kind of freebies and stuff. You get some free music to download, and there's a lot of fun. Great group of folks. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know if for a future Practical Guitarist, if there's something you want me to discuss. If not, I will just barrel forward and be putting my info out here, my knowledge out here on the internet to help you guys out. All right, have a great day.